As is well known, the captain of a hockey club is a leader and a player whose character often determines the will to win for the whole team. In this video we will talk about 6 hockey players, active captains of their teams, who have been performing this honourable duty longer than others in the NHL. The 5th place in the list of the longest serving NHL team captains, with 10 years of experience in this role, is shared by 2 players representing Philadelphia and Colorado. The Flyers selected Claude Giroux in the 2006 draft in the first round, and 6 years later, in the lockout season of 12-13, the Canadian was appointed team captain, replacing Chris Pronger, who finished his career at that point. This season is Giroux's 10th as a captain and probably his last. The forward's contract expires in the summer. Philadelphia is rapidly going down for the 2nd year in a row, and changes are needed in the team. There will be a big demand for an experienced star player, and Claude himself may want a change of scenery. The player doesn't have a Stanley Cup to his name, and staying with Philadelphia, he is unlikely to win the trophy. Gabriel Landeskog was named captain of Colorado in the 2nd year of his NHL career, at the age of 19, becoming the youngest player in the history of the league to get the title. However, a little later, this achievement was taken by Connor McDavid. Landeskog had been praised for his leadership qualities since childhood, and even before getting into the NHL, the Swede also became the youngest European to be appointed captain in CHL. Over the years in Colorado, the Swede has proved that his role in the team is well deserved. The forward produces both on the ice and in the locker room, is always ready to throw off his gloves and stand up for his partners despite his star status. This summer, the Swede also proved his loyalty to Colorado by making big concessions in the contract negotiations with the Avalanche. Ryan Getzlaf started his 17th season in the Anaheim jersey this fall, and in the last 12 he has been serving as captain. In this position he replaced the legendary defender Scott Niedermayer, who called it a career at that point. Despite the fact that the Ducks then had such NHL legends in the roster as Teemu Selanne and Saku Koivu, the captain's patch went to Getzlaf. Ryan has been an elite two-way center all his career, driving the play of the whole team. With age, the Canadian became slower and his productivity decreased, but this season Getzlaf got a second wind. This factor and the success of the Ducks in the first third of the season are clearly interconnected. In 17 years of playing for Anaheim, the forward has set several franchise records, such as becoming the best scorer in Ducks history this autumn. If you've made it this far, there is a good chance that you will also enjoy our website sk2k.club. It is a place for your very own collection of virtual NHL player cards. At the start, you get 12 cards. You need to press the green claim button on the homepage. After you claim a pack of player cards, they stay in your collection on the site forever. Every day you are going to receive 1 new card to add to your collection. Actually, you can get more cards by becoming a patron or completing achievements. You can focus on collecting or use the player cards you have to form your own fantasy team and compete with others. We also have the trading functionality on the website, where you can exchange cards with other users. Washington and Alex Ovechkin have become virtually synonymous over the past 17 seasons and are rarely mentioned separately. During his successful career, the Russian has topped almost all of the statistical achievements of the Capitals and is chasing the title of the main sniper in the history of the NHL. Already from his 2nd season in 2006, Ovechkin became to wear the alternate captain patch. 3 years later, during the 09-10 season, Washington traded their captain Chris Clark to Columbus, and the Russian took his place. Since then, Ovechkin has been the official leader of the captains for 13 seasons. During this time, the Russian won almost all individual trophies, and Washington became a real force in the NHL. The main joint achievement of Washington and Ovechkin is still the only Stanley Cup in the history of the Capitals, which they won in 2018. Jonathan Toews was nicknamed Captain Serious in his junior years for his leadership qualities and demanding attitude to his game. Already in his first season in Chicago, he was awarded the alternate captain patch. In the second, he became captain, replacing Martin Lapointe, who was traded to Ottawa. During the first 7 years in this role, the forward managed to raise the Stanley Cup over his head 3 times. After that, Chicago gave out huge contracts to its leaders, overloading the salary budget, which soon saw the Hawks drop out of the Stanley Cup contention first and later prevented them making the playoffs altogether. During this time, Toews lost his taste for hockey and missed last season completely, struggling with psychological problems. This fall, the Canadian returned to start season 14 as captain of the Hawks. But the forward is no longer in such good shape as before, and Chicago's performance has not become more successful as a team, despite all the efforts of the management in the off-season. Toews still has 1 year of contract left, and it's possible that the Canadian will conclude his career at its expiration. Sidney Crosby's appearance in the NHL was expected from an early age. He was seen as Canada's next genius after Gretzky and Lemieux. Taking into account the current realities of the game, we can safely say that Sid met all expectations. It is noteworthy that Crosby did cross paths on the ice with one of the two legends mentioned above in his first season. For Mario Lemieux, that year was his last as a player, and a symbolic transfer of the leadership banner took place in Pittsburgh. In his first season in the league, Crosby was an alternate captain. For Sidney's second year in the league, the Penguins played without an official leader, and then the C patch was passed on to Crosby and has been proudly sitting on the Canadiens' chest for the last 15 years. In 2009, Pittsburgh won the Stanley Cup, and Crosby became the youngest captain in the NHL history to lead the team to the trophy. Despite all the serious injuries that severely hampered Crosby at the start of his career, the forward finished all his seasons in the NHL with over a point per game, and he is still able to break Mario Lemieux's point-scoring record in Pittsburgh. Tell us what you thought about the video in the comment section below, and don't forget to check out our website.